What's up everyone, welcome back to the very last video for Season 1 for Map Callouts. Finally going to go over Scud. Probably only be able to relax a few days before maybe one or two maps get released for Season 2. But that's okay. We're starting back here. This is just a classic spawn location. This one's going to be called the Back Fuel. Why is it going to be called Back Fuel? Because you have like a crater and you have this like army truck here. Well, that's because when you go into this location, it's called fuel, okay? So this one's called back fuel, and this will be called fuel, right? So this area up to here will be called fuel, and then over here will be fuel alley. So fuel alley, back fuel, fuel, B-bomb should be right here. So that's where B-bomb should be. But then when you go over to this area, inside here, this is called P4. So this is where hardpoint 4 is. So the distinction is fuel, P4. Let's just talk about some other callouts around this map. This one will just be called crack, right? So you can be like P4 crack, or you can say crack. And then over here, it's called brown B. So instead of saying barrels, you can just say brown B, or you can say brown barrels. As long as your teammates understand that you're talking about the barrels, brown B should be an adequate short call-out solution for your team. Now, let's move over here. Just like in Vorkuta, we got the jersey barriers or the barriers. So you can say like barrier heady, looking at P3. Barrier heady, looking at back fuel or fuel alley. Move over here. This one's going to be called missile, just because there's like a massive missile on it. And then over here is going to be missile heady. So he's on missile heady, looking at P5. Missile heady looking at box, missile heady looking at P3 sandbag. Now if you go up these stairs, this is P3 stairs, P3 stairs, P3 sandbags, P3 sandbags. Go inside this building, you're at P3. Could possibly get like a nice little view of top P5 from here. And then if you kind of work your way around, you can get up to like that P5 hop location. But this is just P3. Go through these double doors, and you're at pickup. You're at pickup. So you got P3 in a pickup. This is a way to look into P3. So you can just say like P3 hop. Box. P3 hop. P3. Okay, perfect. And then if you make your way over here, this we're gonna call it ammo. We're just gonna play is called ammo just because they do have some like generators over here, but you have a bunch of like ammo boxes. So this is ammo. I've actually never been back here, but this is called back trucks. Reason justified being that these two are trucks, so this is trucks and then back trucks, and you can say like truck heady, truck heady, truck heady. I'm not going to include that, but by now if you're watching these videos, using that heady call is really easy. This is top P5, and then you have like P5 heady, and if you go down here, you got bottom P5. So bottom P5, top P5, P5 heady, trucks, back trucks, ammo. This is ammo heady. You can also say like close ammo heady or smaller ammo heady, but I think as long as you say one of them, people understand that that's what you're talking about. Trucks, P3 hop, box. We're gonna call this one gap, just because that's what it says in the top left. So they're gonna call it gap. The bottom P5, making my way, hopping up to top P5. You got P5 heady. Over here, we're gonna call this metal heady, just because like it's a bunch of metal. I know it's like a massive satellite, but if you just say satellite heady, you could mean P5 heady as well. So this is metal heady. Metal heady. Now if we go back inside P5 to P5 bot and you drop down, we're gonna call this P5 hole. P5 hole into pipes, right? Because there's pipes. And you call this one like Gen's hole, or Gen hole, because there's like generators kind of here. Go through these double doors. We're gonna call this one outer pipes into pipes, pipes into Gen hole into pipes, pipes in the P5 head, P5 hole, sorry, to bottom P5. Now we're making our way up P5, P5 to P5 heady, P5 heady all the way to metal heady, metal heady going back down to gen hole up to 4B, 4 barrels, right? 4 barrels right here. You could also call this one gray B as well. So I'll leave that up to you. You can call it gray B. That'll probably work out better. So let's just call this one gray B and I'll change it on the map comms. I'm not exactly sure and remember what this is called. I'll have to look up the term, but then on the map call at the end of the video, I'll just have like something heady of what this actual term is. Right here is just going to be called path. So if you're on outer pipes, you can go up to path to gray heady to bottom P5. This one's called mid box. This is crater to mid box. So mid box call out just like in protocol. This is P1 location. There's a P1 heady there. P1 heady there looking at P3. You got the missile heady, the missiles, you got the brown B. This is called sign. A lot of times people push up here when they're protecting P1 or the B flag and they'll just kind of gun you down at tanks. So you can always just say if you're at tanks that he's sign heady. This one's going to be called sat just because like in subsonic there's a satellite that's spinning. So you can call this one satellite, top satellite heady, looking at P5 heady, looking at metal heady, going down to bottom sat. This one's going to be called back trenches. Yeah, back trenches. And the reason why that's called back trenches is because this one is called trenches right here. So this whole thing is trenches. So based on how you want to define it, I guess you can call this back sat, or some people might think that just this is back sat, so that's why we're calling this one back trenches. Now, a lot of people also like to just hold this heady, so I'm going to call it tarp heady because there's like a tarp, so tarp heady. And then this is also kind of back trenches. And then this is where P2 is, and the A-bomb's right here. You can call it closed green if you wanted, because this is a call out called open green or green open. This is top green open, bottom green open, trenches, P2, mid box, crater, P1. And I believe that is all the callouts for this map. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for another callout video when season 2 comes out and they release the maps. Thanks. Bye.